procedures are actually a guideline for all to follow.
We need to take the toolbox meeting, then the risk assessment for us to make the job easy and safe.
Every day is different weather. So for example, normal work on job is chipping, painting, ungali cooking, and cleaning. But sometimes you cannot see today is good weather, tomorrow is bad weather. So you cannot do chipping on bad weather, you cannot do good cooking on the bad weather. So you think also the factors ahead of the day. So in risk assessment, you check what is the weather, what will be happen on the until the end of the watch, what will be the forecast, or are we laden or are we ballast passage, are we safe to do this one or not.
It's a good safety tool because it's a guide. Firstly, must understand checklists are only a guide to help us, because we cannot remember so many things, because for everything now today there is a checklist. That is to ensure that we don't miss out anything. We make sure that everything is followed according to the norm, according to the standard required for that particular purpose. So we follow the checklist.
But for me, the checklist sometimes, if you are used to follow those checklists, you need to tick, and you just tick and then you don't read. This is not, will not benefit the vessel.
The worst thing, if you have this tick list, you just check it out and without actually checking what you're supposed to. And that we have examples that might happen, but of course it shouldn't happen at all. But again, then we have to we need feedback from the office, no, from the ships, saying that this procedure is really not helping us. It's actually maybe a disadvantage.
To be honest, actually, I won't say all, but some people, they really do, they just check because it is required for them to do the checklist without actually doing the job. So that is bad. But I always tell them, it is to your benefit that you do it. You know, you are checking because you make sure that everything is in order before you arrive the port, before the port state control or the US Coast Guard or AMSA inspector come on board to check on you. It is good that you do it. If you are bluffing, then you are only bluffing yourself.
And then this is also business. So it means that if you cannot arrive on time, company will start pushing and pushing and pushing. Why will it happen? Too much explanation. And then captain thinking that he don't like to explain, he don't like to just to follow this one.
Maybe in TSM we have too much checklists and procedures, but for our safety, we will implement safety first at all times.
I make it finish in the safest way than to bypass any other measures, than to please the charter or than to please the company.
Don't look at procedures as something to make life more difficult. Try to look at it as something that will help you. But I understand that sometimes, yeah, we should look into how we can actually reduce the procedures, and have only the good ones. That's for sure.
They have a great impact so that our work will be easier. Even though they were full of papers, but if we just follow those instructions, checklists, procedures, all will be safe. This is for our future.